To me, Mashle is a really cool manga. Like, I'll start with this manga's main focus. The main focus is not just purely on action and fighting. It also incorporated a lot of comedy factors, which to me sometimes feels a bit out of place, but generally I think it's really cool how the author combined those two factors, and I had like a good laugh a few times because of the straightforwardness of the main character or just like other character stuffs. And he did it in a way that didn't really make them appear to be cringe, which I think is really good. This makes the manga feel very casual, but still have a lot of action going on. It's still very packed with actions, especially towards the later part of the manga. I also really think the world building or the setting of this manga is really unique. It feels like an isekai world where it has magic and stuff, but it is a lot more developed. And it would have like suits and stuff that would feel like it's a modern world. It's like the industrialization era, if my best way to explain it, because there's no like phones and stuffs, which I think is really cool and unique. I also really like how the author can come up with like so many different characters, even though they just appear for like around 2 chapters, but they're all like really unique and each have their own unique skill set. They all have been thought of like very well. Even normal side characters have just been polished and have their own unique personality traits. Each of them would have their own unique moveset that they revolve around, and they would all like utilize the moveset really well, and then sort of like creative ways to make them create advantage over the main character. But most of the time, the main character just like one shots them. So, although sometimes I feel like the characters would just pop up out of nowhere, like new characters would be introduced without any foreshadowing, and you never really like expect it. But I think it's fine for this manga because new characters come out very often, and it actually makes me feel less bored. And then because this manga is not that serious in its own, so I don't think it matters that much, and I actually kind of like it because it makes me feel unexpected and surprised. And it's really just funny how Mash can solve any problems just by punching. And then he is honestly really smart when he's fighting. He can always up with creative ways to like combat his opponents. Like the main character, like he often come up with ways that you can never expect when fighting enemies, and it is just really fun and creative to see him beat enemies using strategies that would usually never work, but Mash is not usual, so yeah, because he's like training with muscles and stuff. Also, I think it's like really funny how the legs really just catches me off guard. They're all really skinny, and they all look really cute, especially when the author does like far away things where the characters would all stand in a very similar way, and then they would always be wearing the same type of pants, and they have very similar leg lengths, which looks really funny at a glance. The art style for this manga is really good. It's not like you would look at a scene and say, oh, wow, that is really good. It's more like how the author can back up the creative thoughts on the characters, like the unique movesets, and then how to portray them through drawing, which I think is really cool. And then Mash with his punches, it all seems very powerful and stuff. And yeah, that's about it. I heard that there is an anime adaptation, and I heard it's really good as well, although I haven't personally watched it. But if you prefer anime over manga, then you should give the anime a try, and then you come back to manga to finish the story, or wait for season 3, which who knows when will it be coming.